Concept of zooming. In this tutorial we are going to introduce the concept of zooming and the common techniques that are used to zoom an image. So zooming simply means enlarging a picture in a sense that the detail in the image become more visible and clear. Zooming an image has many wide applications ranging from zooming through a camera lens to zooming an image on internet etc. For example, we are zooming this image. So types of zooming. You can zoom something at two different steps. The first steps include zooming before taking a particular image. This is known as pre-processing zoom. This zoom involves hardware and mechanical movements. The second step is to zoom once an image has been captured. It is done through many different algorithms in which we manipulate pixels to zoom in the required portion. So there are two types of zoom: optical zoom and digital zoom. The optical zoom is achieved using the movement of lens of your camera. An optical zoom is actually a true zoom. The result of the optical zoom is far better than the of the digital zoom. In optical zoom, an image is magnified by the lens in such a way that the object in an image appears to be closer to the camera. In optical zoom, the lens is physically extended to zoom or magnify an object. So the second one is digital zoom. Digital zoom is basically image processing with a camera. During a digital zoom, the center of an image is magnified and the edges of the picture got cropped out. Due to magnified center, it looks like that the object is closer to you. During a digital zoom, the pixel got expand, due to which the quality of the image is compromised. The same effect of digital zoom can be seen after the image is taken through your computer by using an image processing toolbox software such as Photoshop. So here is the screen is two images. One is digital zooming and the second one is optical zooming. Zooming method. Although there are many methods that does this job, but we are going to discuss the most common of them here. They are listed as pixel replication, zero order hold method, and zooming k times. Each of the method have their own advantages and disadvantages. We start by discussing the pixel replication. Pixel replication is also known as nearest neighbor interpolation. As its name suggests, in this method we just replicate the neighboring pixels. As we have already discussed that zooming is nothing but to increase the amount of samples or pixels. So this algorithm works on the same principle. In this method we create new pixels from the already given pixels. Each pixel is replicated in this method n times row wise and column wise, and you got a zoomed image. It's as simple as that. For example, if you have an image of 2 rows and 2 columns and you want to zoom it twice or 2 times using pixel replication, here how it can be done. The above image has 2 rows and 2 columns. We will first zoom it row wise. So when we zoom it row wise, we just simply copy the rows pixels to its adjacent new cell. Here how it would be done. Column wise zooming. The next step is to replicate each of the pixel column wise. That we will simply copy the column pixels to adjacent new columns or simply below it. Here how it would be done. As it can be seen from the above example, that an original image of 2 rows and 2 columns has been converted into 4 rows and 4 columns after zooming. That means that new image has a dimension of original image multiplied by zooming factor and original image columns multiplied by zooming factor. One of the advantage of this zooming technique is it is very simple and just you have to copy the pixels and nothing else. The disadvantage of this technique is that image got zoomed but the output is very blurry. and as zooming factor increased, the image got more and more blurred. That would be eventually result in fully blurred image. So the next one technique we are going to discuss is zero order hold zooming method. Zero order hold zooming method is another method of zooming. It is also known as zoom twice because it can only zoom twice. We will see in the below example that why it does that. In zero order hold method, we pick the two adjacent elements from the row respectively and then we add them and divide the result by 2 and place the result in between those two elements. We first do this row wise and then we do this column wise. For example, let's take an image of dimension 2 rows and 2 columns and zoom it twice using the zero order hold. First we will zoom it row wise and then column wise. As we take the first two number 2 plus 1 equal to 3 and then we will divide it by 2, we will get 1.5 which is approximated to 1. So the same method is applied to the row 2. Column wise zooming, we take two adjacent column pixel values which are 1 and 3, we add them and got 4. 4 is then divided by 2 and we got 2 which is placed in between them. The same method is applied in all the columns. As you see that the dimension of the new image are 3 cross 3 where the original image dimension are 2 cross 2. So it means that the dimension of the new image are based on the following formula: 2 multiplied by number of rows minus 1 and 2 multiplied by number of columns minus 1. One of the advantage of zooming technique is that it does not create as blurry picture as compared to the nearest neighbor interpolation method, but it also has a disadvantage that it can only run on the power of 2. The third one technique is K-time zoom. K-time is the third zooming method we are going to discuss. It is one of the most perfect zooming algorithm discussed so far. It caters the challenge of both twice zooming and pixel replication. K in this zooming algorithm stands for the zooming factor. So it works like this way. First of all, you have to take two adjacent pixels as you did in the zooming twice. Then you have to subtract the smaller from the greater one. We call this output OP. Divide the output or the OP with the zooming factor K. Now you have to add the result to the smaller value and put the result in between those two values. Add the value OP again to the value you just put and place it again next to the previous plotted value. You have to do it till you place K-1 values in it, and repeat the same steps for all the rows and columns and you get a zoomed image. For example, you have an image of 2 rows and 3 columns which is given below and we are going to zoom it 3 times. So K in this case is 3. For row wise zooming, we will first take the first two adjacent pixels which are 15 and 30. Now we will subtract 15 from the 30. So 30 minus 15 equal to 15. The third step is to divide 15 by the K. So 15 divided by K is equal to 15 divided by 3. K is 3 which is equal to 5. So this is the OP or the output. Now we will add the OP to the lower number. 15 plus OP, 15 plus 5 equal to 20. Again we will add the OP to the 20, so 20 plus 5 equal to 25, and we will repeat these steps up to k minus 1 times, which is k minus 1, 3 minus 1 equal to 2. So it was for the only first two adjacent pixels. Now we will repeat this step for the next two adjacent pixel. After inserting the values, you have to sort the inserted value. After inserting the values, you have to sort the inserted values in ascending order, so there remains a symmetry between them. It is shown in the second table. Column wise zooming. The same procedure has to perform column wise. The procedure includes taking the two adjacent pixels values and then subtracting the smaller from the bigger one. After that, you have to divide it by the k. Now store the result as OP. Add OP to the smaller one, and then again add OP to the values that comes in first edition of OP. Insert the new values. So the new image size will be, the best way to calculate the formula for the dimension of the new image is to compare the dimension of the original image and the final image. The dimension of the original image were 2 cross 3, 2 cross 3, and the dimension of the new image is 4 cross 7. So the formula is k multiplied by number of rows minus 1 plus 1, and k multiplied by number of columns minus 1 plus 1. So the one of the clear advantage that an zooming algorithm has, that it is able to compute zoom of any picture, which was the power of pixel replication algorithm. Also it gives improved results, I mean that less blurry, which was the power of zero order hold method. So hence it comprises the power of the two algorithms. The only difficulty that algorithm has, that it has to be sorted in the end, which is an additional step, and thus increases the cost of computation. Thank you.